shortly after we get home from the game tonight. Nice little event. Congratulating all the seniors. Got their posters up on the wall back there. Zoom in on them. Those are the seniors that we congratulated for this evening, completing their 4 years at high school, waiting to take on the Spartans. All right, for those of you who don't know, this is Frank the announcer coming to you live from between the blue lines. Get all your North Stars action as we will be competing in playoffs starting next week. Find me on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you get all your action. This is a friendly game. Does not count in standings. So let's have a good one out there. Enjoy, have fun, make some memories. Got a little bit more solid of a team here than we did back in Louisville last weekend. Finishing second place in that Sting Like a Bee tournament. All right, we got less than a minute left of warm-ups. Had a little bit of an extended warm-up here. Get those legs fresh. right, I thought warm-ups were done, but looks like we're still going to continue on here. I think the kids are warmed up enough and making their way over to the benches. Nice turnout here tonight. All right, after what looks like a 10-minute warm-up, we're finally going to be ready to play some hockey. North Stars make their way to the net. Oh, we got the big Stoach head in it behind him tonight. Now that is a big head. Love it. All right, players make their way over to the benches. I will try to keep this as PG as possible. I've heard a little bit of feedback from past weekend. I got a little vocal. I apologize for that. I do put the disclaimer out there. I am a dad. I am a fan. I am excited about the game. If I see something, I'm probably going to call it out. And if you're being an idiot, I'm going to call you out on that too. All right, Spartans make their way out. We are waiting for the referees. Do not want to play this game without some referees out there. So I believe that's what we're waiting on. So as we're waiting here, once again, this is Frank the announcer from Between the Blue Lines. If you're watching me on YouTube, subscribe to the channel and get all your updates sent right to your inbox or notifications. Catch all your North Stars action. I also do Chicago Hawks U16 girls, as Olivia Laurie is one of the team members on that. Trying to get the referee's attention somewhere, wherever they might be. Hopefully not watching that football game. There they come. Woohoo! Better late than never. All right. Got the seniors. Got 6 out of the 7 out there. Charlie's on the near side here. Looks like we're going to have Max going to the dot. We've got Aiden Jaw on the far side. James and Aiden Laurie back on team. Big Stoge in net. Referee's left the door open, so we're going to have to wait and make sure that gets closed. Ooh, we still had a puck left in the net behind Stoge. That's been removed. All clean. Waiting for one more ref, I guess. Door keeps getting closed and getting reopened again. So hopefully there he is. All right, we got our 3 referees. All right, we're getting ready to drop. We got Max at the dot. Charlie near side. Aiden the far side. Aiden and James on D. Charlie trying to tap that one. Gets taken away by the Spartans. Battle at the blue line. Tipped away. Goes over to the far side. Top of the circle. Knocked down towards James. James gets it back behind the net. Taken away by the Spartans. Near side shot. Swallowed up by Stoge. Same lineup. Puck goes down. Goes in front of Stoge. He swallows it up. Drops down on top of it. All right, let's get that puck out of here. Bouncing puck. Referee gets it away. Charlie picks that up. Crosses out of the zone. Centers it up towards Max off of his stick. Picked up by Spartans. Max stops it. Shoots it back into the zone. Puck's going to go deep. Got an arm up. And that is icing. Got a new lineup coming out. Did you ever watch any of these?
I was wondering who was doing the announcing.
All right, we got Anthony coming to the dot. Stanley to far side. Gavin near side. Goes into the far side corner. Up towards Andrew. Spartans on the rush back. Liv steps up. Good back check. All the way across the middle. Taken away. Picked up by Gavin, who centers it up to Anthony. Anthony comes through center ice. Tyson through. Takes a slash. Puts a backhand shot. Grabs his own rebound. Back over towards Stanley. Stanley trying to send it back really quick. Big battle down low. Picked up by Gavin. Goes up to the top of the circle. Gets it over to Andrew. Andrew puts a shot down. Tipped over to Anthony on the near side. Back behind the net. Over towards Stanley. Stanley's trying to center it up. Tipped away there by Liv at the top of the circle. Gavin trying to control it. Anthony taps it. Liv's going to grab it on the near side. Drop it in. Everybody tags up. Puck goes back down low. Grabbed up by Stanley off the glass over to the near side corner. Gavin trying to poke it around towards Jasper. Picked up by the Spartans trying to send it around. Gavin tries to grab it. Goes off of a boot. James's shot gets tipped and goes high up over the net. Back in front of the net. Oh, off the goalie's noggin. Off the far side. OC makes his, Patrick makes his presence known on the ice. Picking up the puck, coming around Stoge. Lost it in the near side corner. Picks it back up and delivers it over towards Max. Trying to get it out of the zone. Tipped back in. Patrick with it at the blue line. Goes off of a boot picked up by Jasper. Jasper rifles a shot off the glove and back behind the net. Up the far side wall. Aiden battling for it. Ends up getting tossed around. Picked up by James. Nope. Jasper's pass gets blocked and sent all the way up into the stands. Get you on frame. Tackling at the dot. Spartans win this one back. Frank chases after it. Blocks the outlet pass. Ends up going down to the bottom of the circle. Spartans spin it around. Stopped at the blue line by Patrick. Tipped up high in the air. Charlie trying to grab it. Kicks it around to himself. Sends it across the bow of the goalie. Spartans send it up the wall. James keeps it in. Sends a knuckler down. Goes back behind the net. Over the near side wall all the way around. Declan stops it. Patrick helps out. Tips it up in the air. Declan grabs it. Puts it into the corner. Stopped at the hash marks. Puck comes just past Patrick. Spartans on the rush. Put the shot. Stoge catches it in the glove. Got a new lineup coming out here for your Hawks. Got Gavin on the near side. Aiden Laurie in the back with OC. Anthony wins it over to Aiden. Aiden at the near side hash mark. Sends it back around. OC sends it all the way around for Stanley. Goes to the blue line. Sent right back in. Tipped away there by Anthony. Anthony gets it up to Gavin. Gavin loses the handle of it. Ends up dropping it in. Picked up by the Spartans. Sent back into center ice. Picked up by Aiden. Aiden threads the needle. Gets it up towards Stanley. Off of his stick. Grabbed up by Spartans. Anthony grabs it. Gets it over towards Gavin. Gavin dusts it off. Puts it over towards Stanley on the far side. Up to the far side hash marks. Anthony puts some pressure on it. OC puts it down towards Stanley. Stanley knocks it behind the goal line. Good pressure. One Spartan coming up that far side. Tipped away by Gavin. Grabbed up by the Spartans. Stopped it at their blue line. Picked back up by Anthony, who sends it into the zone. Gavin putting some pressure. Should have been a hook, but not called. Gavin picks up the loose puck coming through center ice. Across the blue line. Tried to go through the legs, but got stopped by the Spartans. Door came loose. Stoppage of play. Got Jasper, Max. Who's on that far side? Aiden Jall. Jasper trying to go through some legs. Max trying to help out. Sends it into the near side corner. Back up towards Liv. Liv puts it off of a stick. Liv goes into the boards. Aiden and Jasper also going into the boards trying to get that puck away. Spartans come away with it. Stoge blocks the shot. Jasper looking up ice, trying to find a lane, sends it off of a stick. Max had it for a second. Puck ends up going over to the far side wall, picked up by Andrew. Andrew's going to regroup, look around, get it over towards Liv on the near side. Liv looks up, lofts a pass up towards Aiden. Aiden's at center ice, tips it up high, gets it to the blue line, carries it across, trying to center it up. Max is going to go back behind the net, trying to center it up. Tip back up towards Liv. Spartans coming through. Stopped at the blue line. Ended up getting dropped in down low. Aiden Jall sends it up towards Max. Max trying to drop it for Jasper. Puck comes into center ice over to the far side. Taken away by Jasper. Jasper on the rush. Puts the shot off the goalie's head and in the back of the net. I'm going to give that one to Jasper unassisted. Stealing the puck, carrying it in, taking the shot, getting the rebound. North Stars get on the board at 9:06. Got Declan at the dot. Charlie on the near side. Charlie coming off a hat trick in the Louisville tournament. Picked up in the corner by Frank. Frank trying to get it over towards Charlie, who sends it over to the far side wall. Patrick rushing back, got a one-on-one there. Patrick puts him into the boards. Loose puck, top of the circle. Almost picked up by Frank, but Charlie sends it out of the zone. James gets it, stops, pulls up, sends his pass off of a Spartan over to the far side, near side, in the back of the net. Tying the game up here at the 8:23 mark. Anthony makes his way to the dot. Stanley and Gavin. Gavin hit with the puck. Goes over towards where Stanley was. Circles around James. Drops it for him. James battling up along that far side wall. James just got done with his all-star game earlier today. Stanley rushing it across the blue line. Gavin puts it on net. Was kind of hoping for a rebound, but the goalie swallows it up. So as I said, James played in the All-Star game here earlier today at West Meadows. Only one from the North Stars team that was selected. Puck goes down. Anthony gains control. Puts it on net. Stick back behind the goalie. Gavin sends it up the half boards over towards James. James sends it right back down. Gavin's going to pick it up. Player drops down on top of the puck. Gavin chasing after it. Puck goes high up around the walls, kept in by James. James drops it down Anthony. Anthony lets it go behind the goal line. Picked up by Spartan, sending it back up. Tipped right in front of the net. Goalie was able to react to that. Grab that with the glove. Got Jasper coming to the dot along with Max and Aiden. Aiden and OC back on D. Picked up by Jasper, lost the handle of it. Spartans pick it up, send it off the wall. OC's going to catch it at center ice. Sends a pass over to Aiden. Aiden bounces it off the wall just out of Max's reach, picked up by the Spartans. Jasper steals it. Top of the circle, goes through some legs, puts a shot on the net. In the back of the net. For Jasper. Oh, that'd be nice to give Max one there. Same lineup. 7-14, that goal was scored. Picked up by Spartans, who send it in down deep. Stoge stops it back behind the net, sends it over to the near side. Max is waiting for it at the near side hash marks. Trying to get a pass up. Goes up to the blue line, back behind the net, picked up by OC. OC sends it back around to Max. Max tips it up towards Jasper. Jasper was able to get it out of the zone. OC running through the center ice. Dusted it off around one, puts it off, backhander off the goalie's shoulder. Stopped by Max. Tipped up to the top of the circle, regrouped and gained control by Spartans. Spartans send it down deep. Aiden's going to go back behind the net. Kicking it away, ends up going over to the far side corner. Centering pass broken up. Went off a boot and over to the near side corner. Takes it right around the rails. OC gets it up towards Aiden. Aiden's going to carry it in. Drops it off for Max. Just a little bit behind him. Puck ends up coming up the near side boards. Picked up by Declan. Declan puts it into the corner. Delivers some hit. Tipped down low. Grabbed up by Declan. Declan stops, changes direction. Takes another hit to the head. Spartans send it up the far side wall. Through the middle. Got a one-on-one here. Aiden kicks it over towards OC. Declan gets it up the puck at the blue line. Goes up against some of that plywood as one of the sheets of plexi got broken. Spartans send this one all the way out and down. Got an arm up. Got icing. 5:23 here. Declan at the dot with Charlie on the near side, Frank on the far side, Liv and Andrew back on D. Spartans send it all the way around. Andrew's going to get over there. Taps it up. I thought it hit a player, but again, play on. Frank putting some pressure. Declan taps it away. Spartans carry it down low. Shot goes off of Stoge's helmet, I think. Spartans with it at the top of the circle. Circling it around. Ends up coming over to the near side. Tapped away there by Charlie. Liv sends it up the wall. Stopped at the blue line. Charlie taps it up. Frank picks up the loose puck. Trying to get through traffic. Spartans on the rush coming down. They drop it top of the circle. Charlie put a nice little hit. Liv kick saves it away. Top of the circle. Swatted away by Anthony over towards Charlie. Charlie's rushing through. He's got Frank on the slot. Shot goes just a bit wide. Andrew's going to get over to the far side wall. Send it right back down to Charlie over to Anthony. Anthony at the top of the circle. Walking it around. Sends it up high off of Spartan. Goes through center ice, tipped away by Andrew. Picked back up by the Spartans. They're going to rush through, try to go through on Liv. She kicks it off to the near side corner. Back behind the net. Top of the circle. Puck was left. Gavin skated right past it. Over to the far side, Blue. Trying to go down, go through traffic. Tipped up in the air, over to the near side. In the back of the net. Tying the game up here at 3:38. No. Pretty good mic. I mean, unless you want me to live mic you. I do have one extra. Anthony at the dot comes up near side. Puck goes high up in the air. Still stays in the zone. Jabbed up by Gavin across the blue line. Gavin shot blocked by the stick. Another attempt by Stanley, I believe. Covered up by the goalie. Stopping the clock at 3:23. Anthony at the dot. Gavin near side. Buckle up those bonnets, boys. Goes through the middle, kicked down low by Stanley. Picked up by Spartans. Send it over to the far side half boards. Anthony battling at center ice. Stanley and Gavin trying to stop it. James gets it up to the blue line. James battling. Oh! Big hit there by Anthony. James going to chase down, pick it up at the nearest far side hash marks. Gavin grabs it, trying to center it up, takes a hit. Goes off the boards and along the near side corner, back over to the far side. James picks it up. Gavin grabs that outlet pass, gets it over to Patrick, top of the circle, takes a shot off the goalie's noggin and glove and out of play. .242 here to go in the first. Score is all knotted up at twos. Jasper at the dot. Spartans win that one back. Comes up the near side boards, kept in by Aiden. Overskated that one. Spartans on the rush. Shot gets in the back of the net. Spartans break the tie and take a 1 point advantage here at 2:31. Jasper ties up at the dot. Aiden smacking away at it. Picked up by OC. OC puts it into center ice. Grabbed up by the Spartans. Lose the handle of it. Aiden. Stoge kick saves that one into the near side corner. Goes back through the middle. That'd be a hand pass. Max gets it over towards Jasper. Jasper finally gets a handle of it. Crosses up the blue line. His shot on net. Lost the handle of it, and there was a loose puck going through the crease, called off by the referees. Woo, doggy. Don't know if that would have got in, but definitely had a chance. Ooh, Charlie taking the dot. Wins it over towards Declan on the near side. Battle at the goal line. Spartans come away with it. Come up that far side. Put it through the middle. Tipped away there by Liv. Gets it over towards Declan. Declan carries it past one. Met a brick wall there. Spartans go back behind their net. Send it up the wall. Andrew picks it up. Andrew puts it off of Frank's backside. Andrew picks it back up again. Comes all the way back into center ice where Liv gets it. Her pass gets deflected. Grabbed up by Declan. Sends it off the boards to Charlie. That was a high stick. Frank trying to get handle of the puck. Spartans come away with it. Come down through the slot. Back through the middle. Grabbed up by Andrew there. Anthony comes on the ice, puts it down low, picked up by the Spartans. Spartans send it up the near side. Defensive change. Tipped away there by James, goes into the corner. Shot going through traffic, picked up by James, back around on the far side wall. Down to 40 seconds to go. Stanley putting some pressure. Down through the middle, tipped away by Charlie into the far near side corner, trying to send it up the near side wall. Gonna pick it up, carry it himself. Drops it in, gonna go for a line change. Spartan send it up the near side wall. Patrick picks it up, taken away from him. Back through center ice. Stanley's got it. We got 15 to go. Backhand pass over to Gavin. Gavin's gonna carry it across the blue line. Tried to go to round one, but lost the handle of it. Spartans coming back. Anthony tied him up. Big hit there by Patrick, but he's going to go to the box, starting off the second period here with a penalty. Yes, he did, Patrick. All right, North Star is going down one man. 2 minutes here, start of the second period. Puck goes dropped deep by James, picked up back behind the net. Stanley putting some good pressure. Coming up the near side wall. Goes down low, James keeps him down. Over to the far side dot, her hash. Lofted back up to the blue line. Caught by the Spartans, dancing it around. Stanley putting some pressure, top near side circle. Shot goes across the bow and over to the far side corner, picked up by the Spartans. Spartans send it back up to their point. Walking the shot in, comes all the way around to the near side point. Swing and a miss on their shot, but picked back up. Near side top of the circle, tap down low. James sends it hard and up the near side wall. Stopped at the top of the blue line. Kicked away there by OC. OC picks the puck up, sends it back into center ice. Spartans got to regroup. Crossing the blue line, offsides. It's one of my favorite dads would say, delay game. Got 49 seconds left on the PK. Max battling for it with Gavin out there, James and OC. Spartans get it in the back of the net. 4-2 at 13:39. Patrick's going to make his way out of the net, or out of the sin bin. Back to full strength here. Got Jasper at the dot. Spartans win this one back. Get it up the far side wall. Just out of Liv's reach. Liv sends it over to Max. Max one times it back over to Jasper. Jasper is going to go up through center ice. Jasper goes up the far side, puts a shot on net. Caught by the goalie. Loose puck off a couple of sticks and boots. Jal sends it back down low. Back down towards Jasper. Jasper in the corner. Tapped up top of the circle just out of Max's reach. Andrew swatting it away. Picked up by Jal. Sends it back in down low. Over to the far side hash marks. Jasper's going to chase after it. Delivers a hit. 50-50 puck. Ends up coming all the way back towards Stoge, but picked up by Andrew. Sends a knuckler off the wall towards Andrew. Or Aiden. Shot gets deflected up to the far side wall. Liv sends it up. Geez, call those high sticks. Max picks the puck up on the far side wall. Lost the handle of it. Picked up by the Spartans. Sends it down through the middle. Andrew's going to grab it. Toss it off around one. Spartans were going for a line change. Grabs the advantage of it. Takes a shot. Off the goalie's head. Left in the slot. Picked back up by Max. Max goes over to the near side. Gets crushed up against the wall. Jal sends it down low. Jasper grabs it. Puts it down. Spartans pick it up in the near side corner. Up the wall towards Andrew. Andrew puts it down on net. Tips up and goalie reaches down. Covers it up. Stopping the clock at 11:53. Declan at the dot, pushing his way forward. Grabs the puck. Nope. Spartans send it up the near side wall. OC steps up. Grabs the puck. Gets it down to Frank. Frank trying to dust it off. Comes back to OC. OC's wings and a miss. Coming back. Goes over to the far side. Stoge catches that one in the glove. Aiden in the far side corner, sends it all the way around over towards Frank. Frank wakes up the hash marks. Battling for it. OC kicking it away. Aiden grabs it, sends it off the board, takes the ride along the rails. Just past the Spartans defender. Frank chasing after it. Battling back behind the net. Spartans lose the handle of it. Comes up the near side, far side wall, back towards Charlie. Charlie with the puck, top of the circle. Shot goes off near side, blocked away. Put back into play. Frank comes up, scares the player. OC sends it back down to Frank. Frank's pass gets blocked up. Ends up going on net. Got Jacqueline, Gavin, Stanley. Spartans win it. Send it around to the far side. Gavin's going to go over to the far side hash marks. Stop the puck. Send it back around towards Stanley. Stanley stops it. Trying to get a pass off. Taken away by the Spartans. Back ball over to the far side corner. Gavin steals it away for a split second. Taken away by the Spartans. Spartans send it up to the blue line. Patrick sends it back down low to Gavin. Gavin dusts it off. Goes through the slot. Goes backhand. Puts it in the back of the net. 4-3 at 10:07. Anthony at the dot. Spartans send it up the far side. Stopped by Patrick. Gavin trying to pull it away. Grabbed up by Stanley. Stanley gets crushed. Picked up by Anthony. Anthony carries it in. Looking for somebody through the slot. Back behind the net. Gavin with the puck over to Stanley. Stanley puts a shot just a bit high. Patrick waits for the puck to ride the rail. Grabbed up by Stanley off for Gavin. Gavin puts it down on net. Penalty being called on Spartans. .9:26 here to go. Spartans win it over the near side. Grabbed up by Stanley. Ties the guy up. Anthony draws another penalty. Going 5-on-3 here. .916, we got a two-man advantage. Let's try to take advantage here, boys. Calm down. Stanley in the near side hash marks. Gets it over to James. James gets it over to Gavin off of his stick and over to the far side wall. Picked back up. Walking it in. Drops it down for Anthony down low. Back up towards Patrick. Top of the circle. Over to James on the near side. James has got some space. Drops it down to Stanley. Stanley gets it back over to Patrick. Patrick gets it on the backhand. Saucers one back over to James. James back down low to Stanley. Stanley looking in. Shot off the near side post. Got a hooking penalty coming up. Penalty box is getting kind of full over there for the Spartans. It wasn't me. It was him. It wasn't me. It was him. Trying to figure out who's getting penalties and what's going on here, but I know it's going to be a 5-on-3 with one additional player in the box, so As soon as the 120 comes off, a new 2 minutes go on. All right, all back to action. Spartans winning up the near side walls. James keeps it in, sends it over to Patrick. Patrick walks it in, top of the circle, shot gets deflected off of a body, I believe. Back over to Patrick, sends it back down low to Anthony. Anthony ties him up behind the net, picked up by Gavin, over to Stanley. Stanley walking it around, carries it down low, walks it in, puts a shot just over the shoulder of the goalie. Up the far side wall, bounces over Patrick's stick. James sends it back up to Stanley at the blue line. Comes back to James. James over to Patrick on the far side. Patrick's going to carry it through. Top of the circle, walking it through the slot. Lost the handle of it. Spartans trying to outlet, but Gavin blocks it. Goes into the far side corner. Blocked away there by Anthony. Picked back up by Gavin. Gavin circles around. Sends it over to James on the near side. Got 25 seconds on that first. Over to the far side for Patrick. Patrick goes off the blocker. Patrick trying to Michigan this. Sends it over to Stanley on the near side. Picked up by James. Top of the circle. Sends it over to Gavin on the far side. Top circle. Walking it in. Puts it in the back of the net. Ties the game up here. All right, still a 5-on-4, or 5-on-3. $16 seconds to go. Picked up by the Spartans. They carry it back a little bit. Tipped away there by Jasper. Ends up coming up the near side wall. Sends it up deep. Off OC stick. Picked up by Liv. Liv skating it around, centers a pass up towards Charlie, tips it in. 5-on-4, back through the middle. Off the block of Stoge, picked up by OC, carries it up that far side wall. Carried it down low. OC stops in the corner. Jasper picks it up, sends it back through. Charlie got tied up the far side hash marks. Tipped high up in the air, kind of come over to the near side. Spartans send it down. Stoge stops it for Liv. Liv picks it up behind the net. Looking around. Skate. Max gets the pass. His outlet gets deflected off of a Spartan. Picked up by the Spartans. Charlie tipping it around. Spartans carry it back around over to the far side. They rifle a shot. OC's going to pick it up. Carry it around. Look for a pass. Just misses Max. I got an arm up. I got icing. Got 35 seconds left in the power play. 6:06 left in the period. It's a tie game. Anthony makes his way to the dot. Stanley and Gavin Goes through the middle. Stanley battles for it. Gets it out and is back into center ice. Spartans pick it up. Send it up the far side. Back through the middle. Picked away by Stanley. Stanley stops, pulls up, puts a shot. Saved up. Coach Mikey trying to get some clarification on that one. Did not like how the goalie came out of the crease. Stopped at the blue line by Aiden. Picked up by Anthony. Anthony puts a shot just over the top of the net. Gavin battling for it. Spartans going on the penalty again for interference. Aiden had some hops on that one, reached up high, kept that one in the zone. Back up to James. James walks it in, takes a shot on net. Loose puck still in the corner, picked up by James, gets it over towards Frank. Aiden the top of the slot towards Jasper. Jasper rifles a shot. Goalie was able to reach the glove up. Puck left in the net. Jasper at the dot. Spartan send this one all the way around. Takes a ride along the rails. Got a cherry picker waiting. Picks it up at the goal line. Back behind the net. Comes all the way out of the zone with it. Puck gets deflected, bounces through center ice, grabbed up by Patrick. Patrick's going to regroup. A little too hot to handle there for Jasper. Spartans send this one out. Patrick gets it. Has to drop it in down low as his momentum kept him going. Up the near side wall, stopped by Jasper at the near side hash. Goes around one, spins around in the corner. Bottom of the circle. His shot gets deflected, goes over the top of the net, over to Patrick. Patrick drops it back down low for Max. Max is going to stop it. Spartans send it all the way around. James picks it up. Lost the handle of it. Reaches the stick out. Pokes it over towards Jasper. Jasper grabs it. Drops it for Patrick. Patrick gets tripped up at center ice. Ends up picking the puck back up. Comes through the slot. Gets deflected. Comes off the near side wall. Sent down deep. All the way around. No icing as the Spartans are still on a penalty. James battling. Patrick trying to help out. James comes away with it. Sends it up towards Aiden Jall. Takes a shot to the chin. Another penalty on the Spartans, so we got another 5-on-3 here. Got 6 seconds on the 5-on-3. Declan at the dot. Comes over towards Frank, who drops it back up. OC gets it, sends it over to Liv. Liv, top of the circle, shot on net. Goalie's able to catch that one in the glove. All right, one penalty's over for 5-on-4. Puck's tied up. Picked up by Charlie. Charlie drops it for Liv. Liv backhands it back down to Charlie. Charlie comes off of his stick. Spartans carrying it up the far side hash marks. Kicked out. You got a cherry picker coming all the way back down low. Shot, kick save. Declan grabs the puck. Looks up ice. Drops it for Charlie. Charlie looks up. Hits OC. OC dusted it around one. Kicked into the zone. Got delayed offsides being called. Spartans on the rush. Goes into the corner. Picked up by Declan. Declan looking up ice. Sends it just out of Charlie's reach all the way down. That is icing. 2:43 here to go in the second period. 1:02 left on the power play. Anthony makes his way to the dot. Stanley and James. Shot goes just wide. Picked up by Aiden. Centers it up towards Stanley. Picked up by Gavin. Gavin crosses the blue line. Offsides being called. Anthony at the dot. Spartans win this one back. Lofted high up in the air. Gathered up. Sent into the zone. Aiden's going to go back, pick it up. Sure opposite for James. James decides to push it forward. Stanley gets Malachi crunched. Spartans with the puck. Gavin putting some pressure. Puck comes back into the Spartans zone. Spartans just over Aiden's reach. Goes all the way down. Stoge's going to kick it over towards James. James looks up. Got 20 seconds on the power play. Gets it over to Stanley on the near side. Stanley trying to push it up the blue line. Taken away by the Spartans. Anthony picks up the loose puck. Comes through center ice. Goes over to the far side. Dusted it off around one. Trying to get a pass off. Sends it back behind the net for Stanley. We're back to 5-on-5. Gavin goes into the corner. Stanley's going to go to the box now. .134 here to go in the second period. North Stars on the penalty kill. Stanley getting called for a tripping penalty. Jasper pushed it forward. Max falls down. Shot goes on Stoge and is caught in the glove. Hopefully we finish off this period. And we'll just have a few seconds left on the PK. Puck goes down. Jasper taps it. Up to the top of the circle. Grabbed up by Spartans. Spartans carry it down behind the net. Patrick and James battling the two forwards down low. James pushes them up top. Kicked up to the blue line. Kept in by Spartans. Their shot gets airmailed and goes across up the far side. Wall, excuse me. Patrick sends it off a boot. Kept in by the Spartans. Jasper picks up the puck. Rushing it through center ice. Shot off the goalie's top of the head. And into the protective netting behind him. Jasper at Max comes up to the top of the circle, just around James. He stops it at center ice, drops it in back down low. under a minute to go here in the second period. James steals that one. Offsides. As Jasper was trying to get out of the zone, but couldn't quite do that. .102 left on the PK. Got a lineup change. OC and Liv out there playing D. Got Charlie and Aiden. Puck goes up the far side. Battle at the blue line. Swatted away by Liv. Jal sends it to the far side blue line. Smacked away at center ice there by Charlie. Pushed up the far side. Off the boards down low. Goes into the corner. Up the far side wall. Up to the near side point. Shot gets tipped and goes over the near side. Back behind the net. OC pushing the guy into the corner. In the far side corner, goes all the way up to the top of the slot. Can't handle it. Puck comes out of the zone, and that is the end of your second period. We'll be back after a short intermission with an ice cut. All right, we're coming back. Third period action. All tied up here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Frank the announcer coming to you live from between the blue lines. Third period action about ready to get started here. North Star is going short-handed. Puck goes down. James sends this one just past the referee and down behind the net. Spartans come up the far side. Send it all the way up to the blue line. Anthony taps it over to Patrick. Patrick sends it back over to James. James loses the handle of it. Anthony rockets this one all the way around. Going to come up towards Gavin at the blue line. Spartans trying to carry it through. Back to even strength. 5-on-5. Comes up that far side wall. Stanley Polk checks it. Gathered up at center ice. Spartans drop this one in down low. Back behind the net and into the far side corner. James at the hash marks. Loses an edge there. Goes through the center. Tipped away. Comes up the near side wall. Gavin sends it all the way down. Got an icing. Hey, Gavin. We're back to 5-on-5 here, buddy. Coming all the way back. Gotta love these big giant Stoge heads. Flanking both sides of them. Those of you that just watched the Blackhawks, not so good. We got a tie game here. Puck goes through the middle, picked up by OC. OC's going to serve it up towards Aiden. Aiden carries it up the far side wall. Trying to center it up, carries it all the way around. Goes through the center. Oh, backhand pass over to Max. Up the near side wall. Tips back in. Max grabs that one, and it is offsides. Jasper makes his way to the dot. Ties him up. Ends up going over to the far side wall. Spartans grab it. Send it in. OC knocks it out of the air. Goes back behind the net. Spartans. Lib goes in the corner. Big hit there by Jasper. Backhanded up towards the blue line. Picked up by Jasper. Getting it up towards Aiden. Aiden goes across the blue line. Trips over it. Oh. Ends up coming all the way into the near side. Got penalty coming up on Spartans. $12:57 here to go. All tied up. Anthony at the dot. Spartans send this one off the near side wall. Takes a bounce back towards Stoge. Goes over to the far side corner. Patrick just measured him up and lays a hit on him. Gonna get it called for a charging. Patrick getting called for a 2 and 10. Ends up going to the far side wall. We only got one man down, so it's only one penalty. Not sure if it's a 2 and 10 or if it was a bench minor. Either way, Spartans grab the puck, come back through center ice. Over to the far side wall. Anthony manhandling them. Back up top, drop down low, picked up by Gavin. Gavin trying to get across blue line, swatted away, but picks it back up, carries it across, dusting it off, goes through the legs, pushed it back behind the net, centers it up to Stanley. Stanley shot goes just wide. Anthony picks it back up, sends it around, comes over the near side wall. Stanley stops it. Spartans grab up the loose puck, tipped away. Anthony battles along that far side wall. James gets it over towards Gavin. Gavin circling around again. We're at 4-on-4 here. Shot off the near side post. Back behind the net. Shoveled up towards the hash mark. Stanley's going to knock it back down towards James. James trying to get it back towards Gavin. Picked up by James. Top of the slot. Takes the shot. Ends up going over the far side wall. Got one sitting there at the blue line. Stowe with the kick save over to the near side wall. Comes out of the zone. Dropped down low. Picked up in the corner by the Spartans. Goes off of James's boot. Power play for the Spartans. Off the boards and out of the zone. Anthony with the puck off the glass into center ice, picked up by the Spartans. Spartans trying to dance around. Charlie picks up the puck. Shot gets kicked over to the far side wall. Declan battles, gets over there. Into the corner. OC grabs the puck, walks it in, top of the circle, shot goes on net. Ends up getting bounced over to the near side wall. Battling for it. Lou lost at the feet. Liv sends it off the glass and out of the zone. Spartans retreat. Charlie grabs the puck, goes off the near side post, takes it right along the rails. Liv puts it back down, tipped away, grabs the puck again, gets it back down to Charlie. Charlie with the puck, centers it up to Liv. Liv puts a shot, goes off the goalie's shoulder. Stopped at the blue line by Charlie. Sent back in, bounced off a couple of Spartans players. Puck goes through the middle. Jasper picks up the loose puck. Spartans are on the line change. Goes through the slide center. Puck ends up coming over to the near side. Liv vacated it as she was getting off. Picked up by OC. OC looking around, bounces it off the wall towards Charlie. Charlie sends it in to the far side corner. Going to go for a line change. Comes up the near side wall. Aiden steps up, puts a shot on net. Goes off the glove. Battling behind the corner. Jasper picks up the puck. Gets it to OC. OC puts it down, tipped. Goes off the goalie's pads. Max walking it through. Centers it up to Aiden. Aiden puts a shot on net. Tipped back all the way out to OC at center ice. Got one coming on hard. Bounces it off the wall all the way to the blue line. Jasper kicks that one. He goes into the far side corner. Comes all the way around. Penalty coming up on West. He should come out at about the 4-minute mark. Yeah, Healy. Wasn't necessary at all. Huh? All right, so North Stars on the PK here at 8:20. Still a tie game. Kicked away by James, swatted away there by Stoge. Comes up to the near side wall, swatted back down low. Battling at the near side hash marks with OC. OC keeping the puck. Nope, Spartans take it. Go off the near side shoulder of Stoge. Up to the far side hash marks. James is going to grab that puck, bounce it off the wall. Ends up going into the corner again. Up to the top. Near side point. Shot gets tipped by Stanley and caught by Stoge. Can't dust it off. Got to get it and shoot. Cleared out by the North Stars, sent all the way back down behind the net. Takes a funky bounce. Sent up through the middle. Anthony almost got a handle of that one, but Spartans come through. Tipped away by James, goes over to the far side corner. Back behind the net, into the near side. Taken away by Anthony. Anthony lost this one up. And out. Gonna go kill off some time. Stanley putting some pressure. Serves it up towards Anthony. Anthony trying to keep it in the zone. He does. Puts it down off the near side wall. Stanley battling. Anthony picks it up. Puts a shot in the back of the net. North Star scores shorty at the 7-minute mark. By Anthony. Puck comes back to Liv. Liv's going to loft this one in the far side corner. Ends up going all the way back behind the net. Stopped at the hash marks by Declan. Comes back to Liv. Liv puts it up. Put a knuckler down and tipped away. Gavin with the puck puts another shot just over the top of the goalie. Comes back around to the near side hash marks. Declan stops it. Off the boards and around. Andrew's going to come back, pick it up. Send it off the boards and out of the zone. Picked up at center ice by Spartans. Liv grabs the puck. Clears it off the glass and down. Penalties now over. We're back to 5-on-5. Up to the blue line. Out. Got a delayed offsides being called. Andrew grabs the puck. Gets it back over to Liv. Liv looks up. Lofts it up to Declan. Declan tops it down out of midair. Spartans come away with it. Comes up that far side. Stopped by Declan. Declan trying to serve it up to Gavin. Gavin served up a pizza. but Spartans couldn't take advantage of it. Off the far side wall, one-timer over to Declan. Declan back to Max. Max carrying it up. Serves it up towards Gavin. Gavin got tied up at the center at the blue line. Back in through center ice. Andrew grabs this one. Sends it in down low. Everybody tags up. Spartans tipped it up. Picked up by Gavin. Top of the circle. Puck goes high up in the air. He calls that a high stick, but the four earlier in the first period. Yeah, when you're sitting there with a flagpole, coming all the way back, face off on the far side of Stoge. Jasper ties him up, picked up by James. Spartans get it at the top of the circle, coming in through, backhand shot. Stoge kicks that one away over to the near side wall. From the point, Stoge kicks that one back behind him. James picks it up, sends it up to the far side hash marks, picked up by Aiden Jall. Aiden serves it up towards Jasper. Jasper's going to run through. His pass over to Charlie gets deflected. Charlie picks it back up. Spartans having a difficult time. They send it off the wall, coming all the way back. Aiden grabs it, bounces it off the wall. Clearing some space over there was Aiden. Picked up Jasper trying to carry it across. Lost the handle of it as he just got into the zone. Charlie picks up the loose puck, serves it up to Jasper. Jasper taps it in, goes on net. Goalie decides to reach down, cover it up. Too many players out there for the Spartans. Puck goes down. Sent up towards Andrew. Andrew chases it down at the top of the circle, carries it down through. OC gets it over to Gavin. Gavin serves it up to Stanley. Stanley picks it up, crosses the blue line with it. Takes a shot, gets tipped, grabs the rebound. Oh, we lost the handle of it. Falls down. Spartans send it up and out of the reach. And just past Stoge. How is that no ice? Stanley's chasing after it. Grabs it just before the goal line. Drops it down low for Anthony. Anthony's backhand over to Stanley. Stanley trying to reach and grab it, but unfortunately out of his reach. Got a loose puck coming through the middle. Andrew swatted it away. Kick save there by Stoge. Comes up the near side wall. Gavin grabs the puck. 1-on-3 there. Spartans send it all the way around. OC's going to grab it just outside the blue or inside the blue line. Shot goes down, caught by the goalie. I mean, if my math is correct, Patrick should be out of the box. He had it at the 12-minute mark. It was like 12:50 something. Because you served it 2 minutes, and then it's 8 minutes on top of that, right? It's 10. Patrick, or James keeps it in, back up to Liv, top of the circle, gets tipped, goes back behind the net. Picked up by Declan. Declan looking through the slot. Liv grabs it, sends it over towards Andrew. Andrew puts it down through the slot. Tipped away. Frank's going to go to the box. Goes into the near side hash marks. Picked up by Liv. Puts it down. Penalty coming up on your North Stars at 2:39. Not a good time to have a penalty. Jasper at the dot. Charlie, James, and Liv. Spartans gain control. They send it around the near side. Over to the far side circle. Back up to the point. Tipped away, up to the blue line. Tipped out of the zone there by James. Picked up by Charlie. Charlie's going to carry it across. Puts the shot into the near side corner. Grabbed up by Jasper. Jasper from the near side hash marks. Gets blockered and goes over to the far side. Spartans come through center ice. Come through the slot. Kick save there by Stoge. Into the corner. Grabbed up by Jasper. Jasper bounces it off the wall. Sends it all the way down. Get a chase after it. Back behind the net. Spartans pulled their goalie going 6-on-4. Got a minute 38. Trying to dust it through. Kicked away there by Liv. Swatted away there by James. James picks it up. Sends it towards the blue line. Stopped by the Spartans. Jasper at the far side. Bounces back towards Liv. Liv grabs the puck. Sends it off of a boot. Grabbed up by the Spartans. Kick saved, or pass blocker saved over to the corner. Going down deep. Blocked away from the slot. Stoge reaching down, covers it up, stops the clock at 1:02. Timeout North Stars. Oh. Whew. On the PK, it's a nice thing. You can send it all the way down and not get called for icing. All right, we got 1:02 on the clock. We got 24 seconds left on the PK. Got Anthony at the dot with Stanley, OC, and James. Puck comes back into the Spartan zone. They send it over to the far side. Back in through the middle. One-timer. Across the blue line. Shot on Stoge. Catches that in the glove. Patrick Healy comes back out of the sin bin. Makes his way back to the bench. Swatted down. Tied up. Grabbed up by OC. Sends it out of the zone. Not on net, but since we are on the PK, it's no icing. Frank's out of the box. Picked up by Gavin. Gavin bounces it off the boards, goes off the near side post. We've got 25 seconds. Gavin picks up the puck. Oh! James pushes it up. Loose puck over the near side wall. Up. Stanley stops it at the blue line. And And that's the end of your game. North Stars come out victorious on senior night. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast and stay tuned for the entire 1 hour and 48 minutes worth of broadcast here. This is Frank the announcer signing off from Between the Blue Lines.